Well, hey there, guys. How you guys doing? Just finished up my work night here. It's a little after 1 a.m. and I haven't done a video in a little while, and I was thinking of a couple of things, and I thought, let me talk a little bit about it. So I'm kind of in like New Jersey withdrawal right now. I'm really wanting to get, a New Jersey right now. I've been, it's been at least a couple of weeks, probably 2 or 3 since I ordered one. I believe the last one I got was the Nordiques Heritage jersey. And there's so many different jerseys out there that I want to get my hands on. Unfortunately, Ben, one of the main guys I go through, he's still waiting for his stuff to come in, which is at least from what he's told me, is he's very, very frustrated with it. I know he's also got some customers that, they keep, they're kind of wondering too, like, when's the stuff going to come in? And he's like, I have no idea. And that's got to be the most frustrating thing for him, is the fact that he doesn't know. He doesn't know when the stuff's going to show up. He doesn't even know if it's going to show up. That's what's got to be even more frustrating, is the fact that, he spends a good chunk of change to get these jerseys, to order these jerseys, so then he can sell them. And the fact that, we're coming up on Thanksgiving here in the States. I think up in Canada they've already had Thanksgiving, because Canadian Thanksgiving and American Thanksgiving are two different times. But American Thanksgiving, and he's still waiting for his stuff. And there's a number of jerseys that he's he's got my name down on, and I really want to freaking get. But I can't even get them on the NHL site, because again, they don't make enough size-wise in the big sizes. That needs to change, number one. Why in the world you make so many of the smallest sizes when those don't sell that terribly well? Because they always have plenty of the smaller sizes. The 54, 56s, and 60s sell out almost immediately because they don't make enough. And yeah, I'm kind of in a little jersey withdrawal, because I want to get my hands on some of these. I want to get my hands on Utah's home one, the new Utah home one with the actual logo on it. I want to get my hands on that one. I'd like to be able to get my hands on Detroit's Centennial jersey. I don't know if they're even going to restock that on the NHL site. I'd like to be able to get Pittsburgh's new alternate. Obviously I've gotten a couple of nice new ones. This Ottawa one, I love this one. This one's so nice. So nice. But even that one, they sold out of them. I was very fortunate enough that they still had 60s available a week later when I was able to grab it. But there's a number of these jerseys that I really want to get my hands on. And again, I don't know. Like I said, Ben's still waiting on his stuff. Fanatics is completely shut out Sports K. That's another one that kind of ticks me off, is the fact that they've completely shut Sports K out of the jersey buying business or jersey selling business. It's another thing that drives me nuts. Small business like Sports K, and Fanatics has completely shut them out because, we're afraid they might sell them at a discounted rate. So what? It's just weird. It's weird how Fanatics thinks. But the other thing that I think needs to happen, because they release these jerseys. They go and they release these jerseys. All of these big sizes sell out immediately. And we'll be lucky if we see those sizes come back in at any point this year. At least the premiums. Now, the premiums are made in Indonesia. That needs to change. To me, that needs to change. You already make the authentic pros at the factory in Quebec. CCM for years made the authentics at that factory that the players wear. They made those there. They also made the replicas, the CCM 550 series. They made those at the same factory. Why can't Fanatics make the premiums there too? Factory's big enough. It's a big enough factory. Why not? Why are you outsourcing all this stuff to Indonesia? Because then you don't ever get any stock back. The NHL site, basically for a lot of these jerseys, has been out and sold out before the season ever started. And they haven't shown back up. They're still not available on the NHL site. They haven't restocked at all. Now, like I said, some of these teams, I don't even know if they're going to restock some of them. Chicago's Centennial, which fortunately I do have that one. I don't think they're going to restock that one. Detroit's Centennial one, I don't believe they're going to restock that one. But again, I don't know. I don't know if they're only doing one run of these for a lot of these, or, the LA Kings new alternate, that's all sold out. The big sizes in that one are all sold out. Obviously, Pittsburgh is sold out. I believe St. Louis. I believe St. Louis is sold out. It's a little frustrating. It is a little frustrating, and I know it takes time to make these jerseys. It takes time. You got to have the material and everything. You got to put them together. You got to sew them together. I do understand. It takes time. But I honestly believe you would get so much quicker turnaround if you had the premiums made in the same place as the authentic pros. Why are you making the premiums in Indonesia? It just, to me it doesn't make any sense. And there's talk that Fanatics wants to do like a different not like reverse retro, but like the rumor is out there that they might do like a city edition type thing, which I'm not sure what a lot of those would look like. But my thought, before you even think about trying to make anything like that, how about you get the regular teams that you make, how about making sure you make enough of them to stock the NHL site where they don't sell out immediately? Don't decide to go and we're going to make 400 of the 42, 44, 46, but we're going to only make 20 of the 54, 56, and 60s. That, to me, is insane that they did that. Absolutely insane. Those bigger sizes sell the fastest. They sell out because they don't make them. They don't make enough of them. If they made 400 or 500 of those, you'd probably still have a lot of them still available, and people could buy them. They wouldn't all sell out in a day. Because that's what we saw. With a lot of these new jerseys, that's what we saw. They sold out in a day. A lot of these jerseys. A day. That to me is absolutely insane. And lovely, 35's closed. Okay. Time to gotta take a detour because the main highway that I go on is shut down for right now. Gotta love when they do that on the overnights, right? Go and shut down a highway for whatever they're doing. So gotta take a little detour. But again, why? And I have not been able to actually get any type of answer as to why Fanatics makes so little of the 54, the 56, and the 60s. I don't understand why they make so little of those and so much of the smaller sizes. Because, again, the 60s sell out first. Those are the ones that sell out the most. Those sell out the fastest. And again, it's easy to sell them out when you only have 20 available. If even that, maybe 15. It's just that to me is mind-boggling. But again, you cannot go months on end without replenishing your stock on the NHL site. You go and it's advertised. NHL Shop goes, they advertise on, here's these jerseys. Then you go and you click, they're not there. The only sizes left in some of them are like 42. And I'm like, it drives me crazy. So I firmly believe that Fanatics needs to take the jerseys out of Indonesia, take them out of being made there, and make them in-house in Canada, the same place you make the Authentic Pros. I believe it's SP Sports Apparel, something like that. Because that's the factory that's been making all the jerseys forever. Start making the premiums there. Because then you might actually be able to keep up with the demand. The demand is there, for sure, on all of these jerseys. But, man, they are really bad at keeping the supply. They are really bad right now at keeping the supply. Which, again, is what worries me about, we're going to make this new set of jerseys for all 32 teams, this like City Connect stuff. Don't even think about trying to make that until you're able to restock your current jerseys that you have. You're spreading yourself too thin here because you can't even keep up with the stock on the jerseys that you have, especially the new ones. Especially the new jerseys that you've come out with. You literally cannot keep up with what you are making now. So don't even think about trying to do any type of City Connect or, City Edition type jerseys. Not until you're able to get your stock figured out on the jerseys that you're making now. And for God's sakes, for a lot of these other companies or a lot of these other people who have ordered jerseys from you guys, from Fanatics, get them their stuff. Ben's been waiting months. A guy like Ben Hugenbat, he has been waiting months for his jerseys to come in. Nothing. And they don't tell him anything either. They don't tell him, we're running this, we're hoping this gets to it. They don't update for anything. They literally do not keep him updated on anything. This is why in a lot of ways you need more than one company. Now, granted, CCM and Coho, which was all under the CCM banner, but CCM did it right. CCM never really had a problem with their stock, with running out of stock, because they made all of the jerseys in the same place, in the same factory. That's what Fanatics needs to do. Start making the stuff in the same factory. Make it at the sports apparel factory in Quebec. Make the premiums there too. You already make the authentic pros. Make the premiums there too. Keep up with the supply. This isn't 2020 anymore when the whole supply chain basically went all to hell. You got to get better at it. You got to get better at keeping up with your supply, because these, a lot of people want these jerseys. We've seen it. A lot of people want these jerseys. I want them, and I can't get them. I can't get them right now because you haven't gotten Ben his shipment. The shipments that he ordered from Fanatics, he hasn't gotten them yet. The NHL site has been out on basically all of them for basically since the day the jerseys were revealed, because they sold out that quick because they didn't make enough of them. It just, got to do better. Fanatics has got to do better. The jerseys are nice. These are very nice. The premiums, these are nice. But to me, you got to get them out of Indonesia. You got to stop making them in Indonesia. Start making them in Canada again. CCM did it for years. There's no reason Fanatics can't do the same. So that's kind of my little TED talk here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know your guys' opinion. Do you think it's a good idea that Fanatics should stop making the premiums in Indonesia and make them in the same factory as the authentic pros? What do you guys think about that? I think it makes sense to do it that way, but I'd love to know what you guys think. And also too, let me know if there's anyone else that you know out there that is still waiting for their shipment of jerseys to come in. Because I got to think, Ben I don't think is the only one. And again, I'm one who fully understands that, is it frustrating for his customers that they're having to wait? Of course it is. But there's nothing he can do. It's completely out of his control. So I mean, there's, you know, it's a waiting game. And I mean, like last year, there were some jerseys last year he didn't get until after the new year. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna start getting some stuff in by Christmas. I don't know. I mean, I think the last time I talked to him, he said he was like, yeah, I have no clue when they might show up. They could show up tomorrow. They might not show up at all. He has no idea. No clue. Fanatics has completely left him in the dark. And that's frustrating. You know, not only would that be frustrating to his customers, it's frustrating to him too. And to be perfectly honest, to me, that's very disrespectful. That's being very disrespectful to him, because he shelled out a lot of money to get these jerseys. I think he deserves to know what the status of his order is. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know, let me know your guys' opinion. Like I said, it's, you know, just my honest opinion. And you know, yeah, I'm going through a little jersey buying withdrawal, because I really want a lot of these jerseys. Like I said, I want to get Utah's. I want to get Pittsburgh's. I want to get LA's new one. That's another one that sold out immediately when it was released. You know, I was very fortunate to get the Avalanche / Nordiques one, because that sold out. I mean, that was sold out within a half hour on the NHL site, which was insane. But you know, I'm in a little withdrawal, and you know, I want to be able to get some of these jerseys. I'd like to be able to get some through Ben, but again, it might be nice if they were to at least keep him updated on the status of his big order. He puts in a pretty big order for these jerseys, especially when he has to order them like 4 to 5 months before the season ever starts. He's got to order these jerseys in the summertime. And I'm sorry, he shouldn't be having to wait 6-7 months for his stuff to show up. He shouldn't have to. So, you know, might help if they, you know, keep him up to date, you know, on the status of his order. He's only been waiting like 5 months. You know, I think he'd like to be able to have his stuff come in, so then he can sell these jerseys to the customers that he has, and, you know, keep his business going. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. This went a little longer than I was initially thinking, but again, I start talking, and next thing I know, I'm 25 minutes in, and you know, totally not expecting to be, but it just kind of happens, unfortunately. But again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your guys' opinions. You know, what are your guys' thoughts on the Fanatics not making enough of the bigger sizes, making too many of the smaller sizes, not enough of the big sizes? Let me know what you guys think about that. And let me know if there's, you know, are there any other, you know, jersey selling sites that you might go through that is still waiting for their stuff to come in? Let me know about that. Let me, you know, keep me updated on that. And again, let me know, you know, if any of you guys, because I know I guarantee there's a few people that are subscribers of mine that go through Ben also. Let me know what you guys think too. You know, is it frustrating for a lot of you guys as it is for Ben having to wait? Is it frustrating to you guys? Let me know that in the comments. But hit that like button. Only takes a second. Definitely helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button. That would be amazing. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Hit that little bell too to be notified anytime future videos are uploaded. And also, like I said in a previous video, little incentive for for you guys to subscribe to the channel and help to get the channel to 5,000 subscribers. If the channel gets to 5,000 subscribers, you'll get to see an egg or two cracked over my head. Like I said, we'll do a live. We'll do a live there where I'll answer hockey questions while having eggs cracked on my head. And that'd be the first one. 10,000 subscribers, I get a pie to the face. Possibly two, because the kid wants to do one too. So hit that subscribe button. Let's have a little fun. Let's get the channel to those numbers, and you guys would could go and have a good chuckle, seeing talking hockey and egg cracking. So yeah, hit that subscribe button and share the video too. Share this video with everybody that you know. And yeah, hope you guys have a good night. Like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. Again, 5,000 subscribers, you get to see eggs smashed on my head. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. I'll see you guys